afternoon, welcome in. How you doing? It is Thursday afternoon, and as you can tell by the title, it says Thursday afternoon, Firestorm in my mouth. I have a funny story for you. What are you doing? Do you not see I'm doing something here? Buttheads, man,
Yes.
I'm telling you. No respect.
Cats don't respect shit. I got Brady in front of me and Simba over. She was clawing the hell out of the stairs. Little stairs I have for Brady to use since he has arthritis, and she's beating the hell out of it, and he's sitting on it, and I'm like, Brady, you gotta get the hell off, otherwise you're gonna fall off because of her.
Beat the hell out of him.
Yeah. Hi, Simba.
Simba. There they go again.
Cat fight.
It's a three-way match. Tiny and Casper and Boo are all going at each other.
Nice.
What a bunch of turds.
Nice, Simba. Hi, Brady. Yes, I got a chiropractor appointment in, I gotta go in 20 minutes, so.
Oh, okay. You'll feel better after that.
Yeah.
Hurts at first, but.
Yeah, hopefully she can get my hip realigned because anytime I sleep on my left or right side for 5 minutes, I'm hurting pretty bad.
Yeah. The last time I went to a chiropractor, the poor guy, he was some tiny little dude. And, back then I was still my full 6'4", 270 pounds. And this guy had to look like a monkey trying to screw a beach ball.
No.
He was trying to twist me and bouncing on top, and I'm like, dude, this just doesn't feel right. Because first off, he couldn't get anything to move. It wouldn't go where he wanted it to. So I'm just like, whatever. And I had to go there because the insurance was making me go there for before it would let me go and get other things done.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I posted that on the wrong one. I gotta get rid of that.
I let Dave know about the kitty MMA.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Because I can hear them pretty loud and clear right now.
Yeah, they're going at it. I accidentally sent this morning's show to the wrong profile on Facebook.
Oops.
Whoopsie. I had to get that off there because I sent it to the foundation Facebook page, and that can't be, nothing political can be posted on that page. So
Yeah.
I don't know that we've talked about anything political this morning, but
we did a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to take a chance on that. So
yeah,
away it went. Okay, everything's posted. We're good to go. I have my first Bible study thing almost ready to go. So I know some people have been waiting for me to get it done, but I want to make sure I get it accurate and and make sure it's good. You know, I don't want to half-ass it and have anybody calling me out for having something wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Is that tangerine?
this is tangerine.
Got one right.
Well, we have so many orange ones, it's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah.
So hopefully tomorrow afternoon, if I don't get it finished tonight, tomorrow afternoon it'll be finished. And I'll have it posted.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about the epidemic of the lost art of worshiping. Too many churches have gotten into the habit of thinking that singing songs of praise is worshiping God, and it's not. And it's not to say that praise songs don't have a place in the church. It's just that too many churches are overusing praise songs as worship.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. So, what have you been up to today?
I took a nap. Well, before I took a nap, I called the number that the VA gave me for um, the homeless assistance help, and they didn't answer, so I left a message. I called 211, left a message with them. So I'm trying to kind of get organized to get a little bit of help with rent and the move. I think I can do the rent part myself, but the move cost, I'm already looking at over $500. So, and that's
Yeah,
with
it's not
the,
cheap.
yeah, that's with $345 for gas and looking at an hour and a half of drive. So,
Yeah, I don't know what it costs for you. What it would cost for you to rent a U-Haul out there.
probably be cheaper, but um, I could probably with my AAA just do Penske but I would need friends or somebody to like guys to help me get my bed and stuff out. And then
Yeah.
when we go to Columbia, then I need them to get all that back. And I don't know if I'm on the first or second floor yet.
Really, Fang, come here. Oh, now you're gonna run. Okay, never mind. You just wanted to push buttons on the keyboard, it seems.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I moved from my house down here, I ended up, I'm moving a 3-story house, so that I needed the biggest truck that U-Haul had, which you have to basically have a CDL to drive.
Damn.
So I had a friend of mine driving it that had a CDL, and yeah, that cost me. Thankfully, we only did it one way because you can always find a place to drop it off. Usually
Yeah.
where you're going.
Yeah, that's honestly that's what I would do. I would drop it off in Columbia and been like, I am not driving this back to St. Peter's. There's no way.
I
I'm
am.
making a 3-way. No.
Yeah.
Or 3-hour drive. No.
Ann said, "Good afternoon, everyone." Good afternoon, Ann. Yeah. So.
Ugh. I hate money. I mean, I
I
like
like
it
money. I
to
just don't like
spend.
not having it when I need it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's kind of what I mean.
But I mean, They say the money is the root of all evil, so
Yes, it is.
what causes people to do most of the crime in this world. See? Oh my. So,
All right.
let me go look at something. I need to look something up here real quick. Kash Patel has been confirmed
Yep.
as the FBI director. I bet they're crying about that one.
Oh yeah. There were two Republicans that didn't say yes to him.
Really?
Mhm. And I also heard that
Yeah.
wheelchair McConnell, or Turtle Man, is retiring. He announced his retirement.
It's about damn time.
Yeah. But we got the people that we need. May not. There's another cat. May not fully agree with everything, but it's either going to shine a light on them, a good light, or negative light. I think that's what Trump does. Is he's going to show the world who's good and who's not. So.
Yep. 2 Republicans voted no. Let's see who voted no. Oh, of course. Susan Collins of Maine and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska. Of course, those are the two. I need to be nice. Maine and Alaska need to get their shit together and get somebody in there who's actually going to vote and actually be on the Republican side instead of just pretending to be a Republican and voting with the Democrats.
Yeah.
And of course, 0 Democrats voted no, or yes. We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. But the good Republicans are the ones that, I don't know. Nice and but you're fine.
I think I'll call Fetterman's office and give him a piece of my mind. All this talk of, well, I have to vote the way my constituents want me to vote. Well, yeah, that's working, right?
Yeah. Not working
Warmer
out very well.
tomorrow. And it says warmer tomorrow, -7, and by next Wednesday, 0. So looking forward to the warmer weather coming. Well, while it's warmer, it still isn't very warm.
That's a heat
I know
wave.
we're supposed to get up to 40 by the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, it's under here. Cats are like, what are you doing getting up, Mom? You're supposed to stay here. Bitch, I am doing whatever the fuck I want. Oh, I may have taken over my dad's room.
Well, you gotta get everything organized, and you need space to do that.
Yep. But I got a few of the boxes actually closed up, so I'll be getting them downstairs, so that way the movers, um, I have some that are kind of heavy that I can't bring down by myself. I'll have them bring those down first and um, then get the lighter ones in the living room and then the couches and all the good shit.
Yeah. Takes time.
That might be Prince. Oh yeah, they are. No, they're not. I don't know. I don't care. Don't ask what I'm doing.
Damn. That's nice to see. Crowd
But
at White House event boos Pfizer CEO. During a White House event honoring Black History Month, Trump said that the chief executive of Pfizer, Albert Bourla, was in attendance, and the mention was met by boos from the crowd. We also have the head of Pfizer here, so I want to thank him. One of the great people, one of the great businessmen. Come on, Trump, stop. Bad enough you let him screw us by using tax dollars to take and make that stupid shit, and they didn't pay it back at all.
I am going to kill this fucking core.
Why
It's
then?
probably weather related. Again. The same damn lights that got me thinking it was the alternator are back up.
Huh.
I
Hey,
don't
Jay,
know.
did
I
it
took a
start?
picture of it. Yeah, it started. I took a picture of it so when uh get home I can show you guys what the hell is going on.
Okay.
Y'all are
400
gonna go.
IRS employees to be laid off today in Philadelphia.
Oh, the thing turned off now. So I don't know.
And says, isn't fun trying to find any places to move to, and sadly with all the newcomers, you were lucky to find a motel if you traveled in Ontario, Canada, and lots of areas. Really? Wow. Trump to hold first cabinet meeting next week. Well, you can't have a cabinet meeting until your cabinet's confirmed, right?
I don't know. It depends. My car says it's a balmy 15 degrees out.
Woo. I might have to take and mute myself for a second and turn my camera off. Yeah, I'm getting too warm. I might have to take my sweatshirt off. Actually, I'm going to
Okay.
take my sweatshirt off. I won't have my ears on for a second, so I'll be right back.
Okay. If you guys say something, I cannot read it right now, so sorry. I am in the middle of driving.
You're in my. Hey, young lady, you're in my spot. Where my sweatshirt goes. Ah, Alrighty. Now I'm good to go.
Good to go.
Poor Tiny's where I throw my sweatshirt, so I threw my sweatshirt on her.
Oops.
And said lots of ancestors are buried in Pennsylvania, away other states too. Cool. Yeah. Jay said, "Oh, I forgot the like button was there. Got it. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it, bud." Shoot, Boots a text and check on him quick. I haven't talked to him today yet.
Who?
Boots, I'm gonna check on him. Boo, what are you doing? That's one way to get up there, I guess. Boo's up in the attic.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. The little ones have learned how to get up there, so they go up there now too.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
Well, it's warmer up there anyway. The heat rises up, and
Yeah.
so not that it's cold in here or anything. That's definitely not the case. Let's see what else is going on today. Trump's birthright to order to remain blocked, huh? Why? Gina Marie Kelvin Hill on YouTube has helped keep my spirits up from the USA. Well, that's cool. So let me ask this. How does the governor of New York have any right to impose anything to try and... Hey, Worrell. Worrell's backyard's on.
Hey, Tyler.
Tyler. Look, it says Governor Kathy Hochul won't remove New York City Mayor Eric Adams. How can she remove him as mayor?
I think with the states, governor can do whatever they want.
Well, I think it's a Democrat thing where they think they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that today.
Going like 48 and 40. Slow down.
Jay says I'll be listening. I'm cooking. Okay. What you making good?
What are you cooking?
It says here with egg prices at record high, why isn't the U.S. using a bird flu vaccine in poultry? Because what That's just stupid.
because they actually made it all up and killed birds that weren't sick to begin with to screw with us.
Well,
They actually came out with that. They actually said
because
that.
first off, they have to. This bird flu vaccine isn't tested yet. So why would they do a mass rollout? Jay's making chicken noodle soup.
Ah, nice.
But why would they do a mass rollout? Well, I mean, never mind. I'm getting off that subject before I get in trouble.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, dude, get off the break.
Today's National Love Your Pet Day. Really? You have to have a day for that? That's just. Hey, Andrew. Good morning. How's life down in your area?
Hills, fuck. Two little turning.
The problem with the liberal news is that basically, if you go to one website for the liberal news, everything's the same.
Yeah.
Really. So, how long is it going to be before we're into a conflict with Mexico?
I don't know.
Because the Mexican president warns the U.S. not to invade our sovereignty and fight against cartels. Well, if you'd fucking do it yourselves, we wouldn't have to get involved, would we?
Nope. Oh, I fucked myself up. Oh well. Oh well.
Today's reporting day for Centerlink so I can get paid. There you go. We are still in an egg shortage due to BF, but getting by. Yeah. Like I said before, if you can, look locally and see if any of your neighbors are maybe raising chickens and selling eggs. So that's going to be fun. That's going to cause all kinds of traffic jams here. Fred, if you're listening, you're going to want to stay off of 83. Steel repairs planned to Paxton Street Bridge spanning northbound I-83. Hi, Susie. I'm doing good. How about yourself? Babylon B. We can go check them out here in a couple minutes.
Fuck. All right, I gotta get going. So, if you're still on, I'll be back on.
Alrighty, enjoy. Have fun. Don't, you know.
Don't die.
Don't let them break you.
Try not to. See ya.
Hi, Tamara. Good afternoon. How you doing? Be safe. Let's see. Huh. I'm gonna buy 6 chickens from local and raise them in your basement. Interesting. Oh my. Let's go check out the Babylon Bee and see what they've got going on. I'm glad to hear that, Susie. So, under sports on the Babylon Bee, it says finally, State Department officially classifies Los Angeles Dodgers as a terrorist organization. Oh, anyone looking for Sonic air travel? Um, no, I'm good. I think I'll stay out of the air for now. Trump signs executive order mandating second breakfast. That's funny. Men's group text enacts formal bylaws banning exclamation points and heart emojis. Interesting. Not allowed any time of critters in this tiny village, so yep, basement chickens. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not going crazy over eggs because I have a kid down the street that has eggs. He has chickens that he raises for eggs, and we can get ours for, I think it's like $3 a dozen down there. Still, but in the store, at our stores here, most of them are between $7 and $10 a dozen. Room Overture had a prototype break the sound barrier last week. Nice. Well, they used to have the Sonic Air flights, Andrew. What the hell were they called? I can see them. Went from here to Paris, France, usually. But they shot them down because they kept wrecking. They kept falling out of the sky for some reason. So, if they can fix the problems that they had on them, let me look it up here. Concorde. Remember Concorde jets? Really? Susie says up here Walmart is pricing milk really high. That's interesting. Wonder why. Yep, that's when it was. So, and they're really expensive. I mean, I think a ticket was back then was like $3,000 or $4,000. So, Susie says, "Hi, Jay." So I got a funny story for you. So I was back in my room working on the Bible study that we're going to do for our first one. And Mom says, "Hey, taste this." And she's making beef vegetable soup. And so she had seared the beef and she had cut a little bit of the fat off and wanted me to taste it. And I said, "Well, what'd you sear it in?" And she said, "Oh, just just some smoked paprika." I'm like, "Cool, I love smoked paprika." So I'm like, "Great." I popped this in my mouth and instantly my mouth goes on fire. And I'm like, "That's not smoked paprika." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "It's not smoked paprika. Smoked paprika is not spicy." And I look over at the counter, and there sits a bottle of cayenne pepper. And cayenne pepper is just a little bit of a brighter red than smoked paprika. So, yeah, that was, ugh. I ran back and grabbed my chocolate milk and got a sip and swished it around my mouth to calm it down. And said milk was $9 a bag at Foodland, but people wouldn't buy it, so it put down to $700 instead. Sadly, rural areas in Ontario, Canada pay more for everything than the cities. And that's not always true. If you guys are paying more for out in the rural areas, usually the city's paying even more than that. So it all just depends on what it is, I guess. Susie said, "And that's insane. I'm in Saskatchewan and I buy milk by the 4-liter jug." I think I bought milk today for $4 and something a gallon. So, about normal price. The problem is with milk is unless you're a really big farm, it's really hard to make a profit just off of milk. You have to farm and raise a crop that you can sell, or you have to raise animals to sell, or something. You have to do something else to offset. But the last time I checked milk prices for the farmers, they're only getting $1.25 a gallon. maybe $1.50 if they're lucky. Andrew gets milk for $3 for 2 liters. It's a little pricey. Afternoon, Thomas. How are you, bud? That's different, and I don't know what to say. But yeah, that's like I said. For farm products, usually if you're in the rural areas, it's cheaper. But every place is different, I guess. So, I am talking to Mom about getting some chickens just to have them. Nice, Susie. Susie says she's taken to growing fruit trees for sale. It's a long process, but I got nothing to do all day, so it keeps me busy. Yep. And I'll tell you what, keeping busy actually does help your mind. Um, it keeps your mind off of things like pain and other issues that you're going through. So, yeah, it's always good to keep busy sometimes. Dwarf fruit trees. Um, Hopefully that's not going to restart me. Hi, Animal Farm. Hey, Fred. Fred says I'm in the shop, so I couldn't be on. Okay, bud. How is Boats doing? He was. Wait, hold on. He did answer me. He said about to crash for uninterrupted sleep. So I guess he's doing good. When I talked to him last night, they said that they had gotten him up and he was walking around and he was doing good as long as they kept him kept up with his pain meds on time. So yep, yeah, I'm keeping up on top of him, making sure I keep bugging him to make sure he's doing what he's supposed to. I did warn him that they're going to tell him not to bend over because if you bend over, you can pop your stitches or staples that are holding your battery pack in place. So you got to be careful for the first like 4 months with that. And it said coops are so much more expensive in Ontario, Canada, and sadly, I'm going to build my own Ann, so I won't have to worry about that. I just have to make sure that mine is I have to try and make mine as impenetrable as possible because of, well, these guys right here, these guys, they don't care. They'd eat one of the chickens right in front of me. And like I said, we have that raccoon that's here. He will he'll burrow underneath. And we do have coyotes out here now, so I got to make sure that they can't get in. So I'll end up probably getting some metal stakes and probably some kind of galvanized steel to bury. Nice. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, the wild animals. You should have been here earlier. They were fighting. There was a three-way match between Casper, Boo, and Tiny. And they were having all kinds of fun. Animal Farm. So, I do want to plug this real quick while I'm thinking about it. I will be on Saturday night with Tyler and Atlas on the Jar Openers podcast. We're going to be discussing the foundation. So if you want to come hang out and talk and find out more information with us, I will share on the Discord and I'll share on the YouTube page as well. The links that you can come check us out on. Also, I am getting my first Bible, personalized Bible session done. It's going to be on the epidemic of the lost art of worshiping. So, hopefully I'll have that done either tonight after I'm done with the podcast or tomorrow afternoon at the latest. So, yeah. Hopefully y'all like it. So, I couldn't keep teaching out of a book that I didn't agree with. You know what I mean? And yes, Animal Farm, you missed a kitty MMA. I'm surprised I haven't had more, but they're all passed out now. I fed them already. So they all have full bellies and are relaxing. As you can see with Tangerine here. Okay, well there went Fang out the door. But, what are you all seeing that you want to talk about? Anything out there going on? Fred, what's wrong with your truck now? Are they just trying to catch that thing that you've got going on? Yep, that there is, Andrew. A lot of people confuse praise with worship, and they're totally different things. And there's a lot of issues with certain. I was using two books, but they were written by the same person. One was "You Are Blessed," and the other one was for women, and then the other one was for "Be Strong and Steadfast" for men. And they were both written by Karen Moore, who I learned is not a good person to follow. She's one of those prosperity gospel pimps, and secondly, she is a female pastor, which we all know that's not allowed. And not always, Andrew. You don't have to stay in the church, but the church is more about fellowship and holding each other accountable. But the worship part is actually supposed to be between you and God. So, It's supposed to be more of a personal thing. So my teachings are going to come straight from the Bible. Um, so I'll have the verses and all that stuff for you to go look for yourselves and double check what I'm saying. But there are certain churches that I've learned are not good churches. Hillsong, Elevation Music. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of them out there. Um, did you know that there's a church out there that if you are singing their songs, they are donating to Planned Parenthood? And part of your money that you're listening to their songs, part of the royalties, goes to helping to abort babies. Bethel, yeah, Bethel's another church that is not a good one. Kenneth Copeland, um, Joyce Mayer. There's a lot of really bad teachers that are. Marty Sampson was Hillsong, and he's leaving the church altogether, huh? There's a lot of so-called Christian musicians who are not who are more worldly than godly, um, which is very sad to see. You know, Jars of Clay is all for pushing the LGBT stuff. Um, there's a lot of um, right, yeah. Creflo a Dollar, he's another one of those ones that's just Benny Hinn. Hey, Horror, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, there's a lot, sadly, that are very left-leaning and are not conducive with God's word. So, um, sadly, you have to make your choice up. You can either be a person of God or you can be a person of the world, and that's it. And God says that if you are a person of the world, you are not a person of Him. You cannot be both. And it says, my area, all churches gave funds to missionaries, and who knows what they do, sadly. Well, some missionaries do really good works. They go, my church that I'm associated with does uh, different mission churches. They do one, um, the Bible schools, the adult Bible schools, do different fundraisers and different uh, missionaries. They do some missionary work locally here around our area. Um, and then they do one trip where they go somewhere new. Um, they've been going to Lumberton, North Carolina. They go to Redbird, Kentucky. They did a mission trip to the Navajo Nation. So they do a lot of good work. I'm sorry to hear that, bud. I hope you're doing better soon, Horror. Anything we can help you work out? Andrew said, in Jars of Clay members write the music for the series The Chosen. Yeah, I'm not a fan of The Chosen. I know that they're trying to merge the worldly world and God, and they can't be merged. Thanks, bud. I do my best. That's all I can do, you know? So, my nose is being stupid today. So is there anyone out there that has anything interesting that they've learned today or that they want to talk about? Oh, you're going to get down now? Are you going to get down there? Get off the keyboard. Sorry, everybody. They're trying to humanize Jesus, and that's not good. Yeah, no. Jesus was not human. Jesus came down in the form of man, but that does not make him human. So they tried to break into these, and it didn't work out quite the way they were hoping. They knocked them down, and when they fell, they landed like this, face down on top of something, so they didn't open up. It's funny. Thanks, Tangerine. Tangerine made me throw one into the water. Ow, stop clawing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the cold weather anymore either. Or I used to love cold weather. I used to play sports in the cold, skiing, ice skating, and all that stuff. And ever since I've had all these surgeries and I got all this stuff put in, the hard work put in me, oof, it's gotten rough. Don't get me wrong, I can handle cold, anything between 30 and 40 degrees I'm good with. But this stuff of being down around 0 and below 0 wind chills is... let me put it this way. When you have metal inside of you, once that metal gets cold, it takes a long time for it to warm back up. Alright, that's it. I'm not giving any more out. Really, Tan's trying to break into them again. Get off the keyboard, young lady. Ow. Damn it. I gotta be careful with where I leave my mouse at, because if not, then these guys step on the keyboard and hit the button, and take you guys places you're not supposed to go. Rods and metal and you, yeah. Yeah, I've got my metal freezes fast if I go outside and sometimes inside, but have to watch metal in summer too to burn easy. With the titanium metal too, I worry about plastic in your body. These guys are a handful. Well, hi, Fang. This is Boo. Boo's the Callie. And this is Fang. Katie named them for Halloween.
I didn't die.
No. Mac.
Yep. And she was like, yeah, your neck really was messed up. I'm like, no shit.
Thanks for the update.
That's where a lot of my tension is.
Spam risk. No, I won't answer that. Thank you. Andrew's hoping for a change of government down in Australia. Yeah, we're hoping for you too, bud. Your government's been horrible lately. So's the UK and Germany.
Everybody.
Germany has been the worst, though. Animal Farm says, hi, Jamie. Andrew says, welcome back, Jamie.
Hello, thank you. I may feel a little headache later on, but that's something my migraine medicine can handle.
You are not getting on the keyboard, Mr. Whiskers. Come here.
The fuck I am.
There we go. He wants to. He's trying. Let's see. And Hart says, Andrew, Arizona is the place for you then? Did you have to fart? Really? Look at him. He's got this smug look on his face because he just farted on me. Tamara said, take me for a drive, Jamie.
If you hear my road rage, I'm sorry. People around here are stupid.
What the heck? I did not call. Okay, well, let's see who it's from. They didn't even leave a message. How rude. Oh, Cass. Ow, ow. What are you guys doing?
Dipshit.
Andrew said, get on the right side of the road, dopey.
Welcome to America, bitch.
Oh, shit. He said that's from Crocodile Dundee. Can you please get off of the keyboard, young lady? Yes, Whiskers, I don't blame you for running either. Casper's over here trying to nurse off of him.
Oh shit.
That's not going to end well for you, Casper. That's not the kind of cream you're wanting, dude.
Oh.
Well,
Just as I fucking, like, smoke my vape, dude.
Huh?
You said that right as I put the vape in my mouth.
Samara said, stay away from Toronto. Do not want to drive here. Yeah. I try and stay away from big cities in general, just because of
I just got...
my, Thomas wants to know if you can stop at Dairy Queen and get him a banana split.
Nope.
Our Dairy Queen's closed up here for the winter.
Ours are open, but I'm not going there.
Dairy Queen's expensive anymore.
All of it's expensive. I can't even get what I want.
Oh, Animal Farm one. You go buy stuff and make your own. Did you know they're making whipped cream now? With,
Say what?
they're making whipped creams that you can buy in the store with different flavors like almond and coconut and stuff like that.
No. That's interesting.
Horror said, ask her if she can get me a pizza from Papa John's. Thomas said, where's the love, Jamie? Laugh out loud.
Actually, I will show you something when I get there.
I got a funny Papa John's story for you, Horror. I got in trouble from an ex because of Papa John's. And I know somebody's going to go, well, how did you get in trouble with your ex because of Papa John's? You did it. No, you'll understand once I tell the story. The first time I ever tried to order a pizza from Papa John's, we call up and we're like, we had already figured out what we wanted, so we had our order ready to go. Until the person on the phone, every time it was just the stuff that I wanted. Every time I would ask them, oh no, we're out of that. We're out of that topping. We're out of that dessert pizza. So we get to the end, and they're like, would you like to order something to drink? And me in my pissed off state at that point in time, I said, why? So you can fucking tell me you don't have that too? And yeah, my girlfriend's like, Christopher. I'm like, what? So ever since then, I've not been a fan of Papa John's pizza. I'll go to Pizza Hut. I've never had a problem with them running out of my favorite toppings. And I like their pan pizzas the best anyway. Hi, my fluff.
Yeah.
Hi, my fluff. What you doing, puppy, huh? You like being up here so you can keep an eye on the rest of them, see what they're doing, huh?
And not get the big shit beat out of them.
My friend lives near the Rhodes Theater. Nice on one side, nasty on the other. Huh. I'll have to look that up. I've never heard of the Rose Theater. Pizza Hut is too much dough for you? Really? Are you talking money dough or like actual dough? Because you can buy... Pizza Hut has their thin pizzas that you can buy I get their garlic bread with cheese on it. That stuff's good.
The hell out of the middle of the road, dude.
No, I yelled at a truck today when we went to the store. We're sitting in the turning lane, and like this truck goes flying by us, and the next thing I know, it swerves over into our lane right after it gets past us, like, and it wasn't supposed to. It was in oncoming traffic. I'm like, holy shit, here we go.
You want to see something funny? You want to see something funny?
Papa John's.
I live right down that road. Literally a 5-minute thing.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the same for Papa John's. That's why we wanted to order from there, because it was close. We normally didn't order pizza. We used to order Chinese more than pizza.
Yeah.
Now, for game nights, that was totally different. You would have loved to have come to one of my game nights back when we had the house. It was nothing for me to drop $500 on game night and food. Your niece lives in downtown Toronto. Couldn't pay me to live in Toronto. Yeah, I wouldn't. I can't live in a big city. I can't. No, I have to be away from people. I don't people very well. Don't get me wrong. I can go in the city and be fine. When I was younger, we had these kids that were in their. I was my mid-20s, and these kids that were like 18 were talking all kinds of stupid shit about the city. And I said, what the hell are you guys even talking about? And they said, well, you go into the city and you have all this stuff going on. And I said, how about I take you and we go into the city right now? I said, I'll take you down to the 7th Ward, which is the worst part of Lancaster. I said, and I'll show you how not to get your ass kicked. And they said, what do you mean? I said, I have friends that live down there. I go down there all the time. I said, you know how you don't get your ass kicked? I said, you keep your mouth shut and you be respectful. When somebody walks by you, you say hi and you move on. I said, that's it. I said, nobody's coming out of the woodwork just to fight with you as you're walking down the street unless you do something to cause it.
Yes.
Thomas said used to have a pizza joint that would make a thin crust and was every topping and weighed about 10 pounds. Holy crap. That's what you call a garbage pizza, Thomas. We had up in Stilton, there's a place called Naples, and they do that too. And the garbage pizzas are so good. But they give you so much heartburn. Of course, it could be that my grandfather used to get jalapenos on them. Yeah, I better plug in the laptop or it's going to go poof. I have my arm, sir. I need my arm, sir. Thank you.
Oh, oh shit.
He's not wanting to give me my arm. There we go. Okay, you can have my arm. There.
Okay.
The art of making pizza is not. I like actual brick fire ovens for making pizza in.
Okay.
But I have my little metal Firestone pizza oven that I showed you guys last summer. Remember? I don't know if you remember that or not.
Uh, I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah, I got it last year. I think I paid $40 for it. And yeah, the learning curve was quite interesting because I didn't realize that I'd have to turn the pizza halfway through or it would like burn on one side and be not done on the other. So yeah, I ruined a couple pizzas before I caught on to that concept. Yeah.
Only muted myself because I was getting ice out of the ice machine.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah. And with
Well,
my earpod being right next to the fridge and stuff, I don't think you guys want to hear clunk, 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 clunk. I don't.
so what are some Bible topics that you would like me to cover? Let's throw that out there and see what we get. I got a pencil. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
I don't know, but I found more boxes in the garage. That's
Yay for
why. That's
boxes!
why you saw me like digging through shit.
Boxes are always good to have. Why are you? What is wrong with you? Yes, there's water in your bowl. You don't have to dump it to drink it. These cats are crazy, I tell you.
I
Ah!
just ran into I just ran into a fucking wall.
I gotta clip that. I'll get that later.
Damn it!
You hate that?
No. Oh fuck! Simba's like, "What the fuck, mom?"
Whoopsie! Has mom been drinking again?
Mom's been drinking on the boxes.
Oh my. We all walk in the walls. Don't let anybody ever lie to you and tell you they have never walked into a wall because I guarantee you they're lying. Andrew said, "Teach Jamie how to see walls."
I had like 3 boxes in my fucking hand, loser.
Oh my. My thing is, we have this giant painting hanging in our wall in our hallway,
In your
and
wall? Okay.
if I'm really tired, when I'm walking out through, I'll end up bouncing off the wall and smacking right into that damn painting. I'm like, I'm gonna throw your painting out, Mom. She's like, no, you're not. I'm like, you never even know it was gone.
You didn't see that? No one saw that. Shit.
Esther, why are you licking me?
She really messed with my neck, and
It's got your equilibrium up a little bit.
just a little.
Oh my. So, yeah, it's been an eventful day. So,
Sorry, Simba.
Fred got me on that Fetch app, right? Where you can scan your coupon or your receipts, and it gives you points. And after you get so many points, you can get gift cards. And
Yeah. Whoops. Wait,
Okay,
two.
Andrew, I'll do one on that. Andrew asked about the freedom of choice as a topic. But anyway, this Fetch app, if you go into the app, it actually shows you different products that you can buy that give you more points. So like a normal receipt, you get just 25 points for, no matter how much it is, how much you spent. Well, today I was like, I needed Ritz crackers. We got sodas, so Pepsi products were on the list. And this one receipt was almost 3,500 points today. I was like, dang, I just doubled my point total with one bill.
Hi, Brady. Brady's like, where
Welcome
the
back,
fuck have you
Jay.
been? Hi, Jay. Welcome back.
Jay says back, I like the freedom of choice topic. Yep. All right. That'll be the next one I do after the one we're doing now. Would you guys want to do it as a live Bible study, or do you want me to do it as a video and release it? That's what I've been thinking about if I want to do it. I'm leaning kind of towards the video because I want to share it on TikTok and other platforms as well. So, what are you doing, Sweet Pea? What are you doing?
I got $35 in cash left. Awesome.
Jay said the only thing is freedom of choice has to be absolute. It's a loaded question. Definitely debatable. Well, okay, so I can touch on that now, Jay, if you want, or do you want me to wait until I do the video and then touch on it? Because the freedom of choice thing with when it comes to God, I do know that one off the top of my head. I don't know the scriptures. I got to look up the scriptures for it. But I do know what the scripture says about that. About what God says about wanting, think about it first. All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
If I go away, I just accidentally did something stupid. I went to my email when I wasn't really wanting to.
It happens.
Yeah, it
Okay,
does.
who's over top of me right now?
Who?
Oh, there's a jet going over me. Oh, one of them Bombardier BD-100s. Private jet. Isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, never mind. Actually, a Challenger 350. Who's flying that?
It's me. I'm flying. Oh, shit!
It's going from Detroit, Michigan to Reading.
Colorado? Or California?
No, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Then from Reading, it'll go to Wilmington, Delaware.
Probably fighting. Kidding.
Huh, but it doesn't say who operates it. It's a private operator, so yeah, it's a private plane. That's what I thought. I just knew it was a different plane than what we usually get over us because of the whistle behind it. It almost sounded like the A-10, but different. You know what I mean? I don't know. Have
Yeah.
you ever heard an A-10 in person?
No. Oh man, Brady, you little shit.
Brady got you, huh?
Yeah, and the thing is, he doesn't even cover his poop.
Oh,
He, he acts like he does.
scratches everything but the litter.
Uh-huh.
Andrew said Reading is
And he,
Bethel's
oh, fuck.
hometown. Yeah.
Brady, let me help you fucking clean up your poop. Holy shit, dude. Get out.
Might be Bill Johnson. Yeah, they like to fly private or buy their own jets and stuff. You know, I'm just like, for a pastor to have the balls to come out and tell their congregation that they need to donate money to him to buy a private jet because God said he deserves a private jet,
Oh,
for
bitch.
people to not be appalled by that and tell him to kind of F off in a nicer way. That
Freaking
just makes me, just blows my mind. I'm sorry, if a pastor told me that I needed to help him buy a private jet, I'd say bye, I'm going to a different church. So
I'll start my
they
own
try to
church.
say, well, they try to justify it. Oh, but we want to do mission work in other countries. Okay, then why is your plane not going to other countries like you say it is? It's just you're flying you between the different towns that you have your, big mansions in.
Right.
Sadly, there's a lot of not of false prophets out there trying to mislead people the wrong direction. Well, we all know Kenneth Copeland is a piece of crap, Andrew. Who's that other one? Oh, I don't remember. Him and Kenneth Copeland were bragging about their planes. And Kenneth Copeland actually had the balls to sit there and and brag about and say, "Well, what did you think I'm supposed to fly in a tube full of demons?" Talking about the other people around him that are on the plane, calling people demons. Um, so that tells you that his moral fiber right there, and what he thinks about normal people that aren't rich like him.
That's how every rich person looks at us. Ew. They're demons.
Paula White, yeah. Paula White's
It's
another
like,
one of
well,
them.
sorry, your electricity and shit should be working just fine because of us.
I'm surprised they haven't begged their church to buy him a Tesla yet, one of the Cybertrucks.
Don't give them the idea. Nah.
Really? I did not know that. Andrew said that Paula White is married to Jonathan Kane of Journey.
So, speaking of a Cain, I'm guessing he's a Cain of the Cain and Evil. You never know.
Andrew said Copeland is a demon. Yeah. From the way he acts, he definitely. Well, then he was called out on that statement, and I mean, there's video showing him actually saying that to someone. And then when the lady called him out for saying that, he went off on her and said, "Don't ever lie about me and say that I said something like that." It just makes himself look even worse, you know?
Yeah.
But they lie so much they lose track of the lies they tell. And then when it comes back to bite them in the ass, they want to act like they're the, um,
Innocent ones.
yeah.
They're the victims.
Says
There we go.
6 people watching on Rumble. If you're on Rumble, say hi. We don't bite unless well, never mind.
Well, unless Fred's here. Well, Fred and
Yeah.
Cora.
They have their shots, I promise.
Oh, yeah.
But um, I'm not perfect, and I'll never profess to be perfect. But I'm not going to talk disparagingly about people. Unless I witness them doing something, and then I'll call them out on that. Like, Joel Osteen and all these prosperity gospel people. I'll call them out all day. When Hurricane Harvey hit um, Houston, and they tried to get Osteen to open the church up so that people could escape the floods and go there for shelter. That asshole actually sat there and said, "We just had the carpets replaced. I'm not opening it to regular people." And that just made my blood boil. Andrew said, "If you bite first, we bite back." You know, when I was a kid, Andrew, we used to cut through this one yard down by the creek in Manheim. And one day the guy opened up his door and yelled out at us that he was going to let the dog out to bite us. And I yelled back, "I'll bite your dog back." He closed the door. We were little shits when we were kids. We had a lot of fun, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, shit.
A lot more fun than kids are having nowadays.
Yeah. I was going to show you guys the baby pictures that I found with me and my dad yesterday. But I realized I closed them up in boxes already.
Ah. Are they the same ones you
Oh, they're up
posted
on
on Facebook?
Discord. Yeah.
Well, here, I'll pull them up. Why is that always the first song that pops into my damn head?
I don't know.
Did you put them under pictures, or did you put... Nope, there they are.
General.
I found them. Let's see if I can get it. Hold on, I gotta put my contrast down a little bit. There, that's better, isn't it?
That picture, I actually have my hand over my face like that, drinking milk, because my dad was, I'm not sure if it was because my dad was making the weird face or if I was just like milk drunk, probably milk drunk, but that's like one of my favorite baby pictures I have of me and him.
This one's cute.
Yeah. Those pictures sure made me miss my dad, though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then the one with where I'm a toddler and my mom, and she's hugging the crap out of me. I've got the washcloth on my head.
Were you not feeling well?
I think we were just playing. I think I asked about that, and Um, but and
Was
she's
this the
a
first day of school picture?
kindergarten.
Kindergarten?
Yep, yep.
Nice. You're back then. Those were the days when men weren't afraid to wear short shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, I
We
think Tyler and Atlas, um, I showed them, and my dad was actually a retired lieutenant colonel from the Air Force, but he's also a retired senior captain from American Airlines. And they mentioned like him being a badass. I'm like, yeah, he's so much of a badass. He didn't care if he farted in front of you, right in your fucking face.
oh my. Andrew says short shorts. Yeah, our basketball team still had short shorts when I was in school back in the 90s. I was like, how the hell are you supposed to play basketball in these? They ride up your damn ass.
Those that was actually in the 90s. That was mid 90s or early mid 90s. Because I think I went in 94, 96. No, 95. 95. That's it. I'm a young brat, I know.
Mm-hmm. I graduated high school in 96. I was supposed to graduate in 95, but got held back in 5th grade because I was an asshole and didn't want to do homework.
I
I was
almost
of the belief.
almost got expelled my senior year of high school.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I was of the belief that if I could pass tests, I shouldn't have to do homework.
Yeah.
And the teacher did not agree with me. And says, my dad's been gone since 2014, but still seems like yesterday. And your dad was an amazing person. Well, I'm sure he was. Um, hell, I don't even know where my dad is right now. He might be dead for all I know. He wasn't. He's not an amazing person. No, my real dad, my stepdad's a little bit better.
Yeah, in March it'll be 6 months since I lost dad. That's crazy.
It goes a lot faster than you realize.
Yeah. Then with mom, it'll be 4 months since I lost her. That's just fucking nuts, dude. Brady says hello.
Hi, Brady. Hi, Brady. Nope. Now I got all these guys looking at me. Andrew said I moved to a different state with a different system. I would have been a 95 graduate too. Oh, okay. Cool. I was one of those kids that was too smart for their own good. So I was very arrogant. My 10th grade English teacher actually cried because I was like one of her only students that actually understood um, Shakespeare in 10th grade. And she had to fail me because I didn't do my projects. And she's like, I didn't want to fail you. She said, but I didn't have a choice. You didn't do your homework. I'm like, and it surprised her even more when I didn't blame her for it. I said, it's my own fault. I said, why are you blaming yourself for it? You know, I wasn't that arrogant that I blamed other people for my mistakes.
Yeah.
Um, it's just I was that smart that I just felt that I shouldn't have to do homework. Um, Now, my
Brady.
7th grade history teacher was the best. If you scored 100% on your tests, you did not have to do homework for that week. I can tell you, I only had to do homework for that class 2 weeks out of the entire year.
No.
I finished that class with a 99.98 grade point average.
Ow. Meow.
Andrew said I might have
Meow.
been smart if someone had found Asperger's earlier.
Meow. Brady.
Well,
No. Right into the phone.
teachers need to figure out that not all students learn the same. And once they figure that out, and they can figure out different ways to teach the different kids, that will make
Meow.
a big difference in how the kids progress. I was very lucky that I could read and just pick stuff up. But like, I got in trouble one time with my math teacher because me and her got into a really heated argument over a question that she said I got wrong. And I said, I am not wrong. I said, your book is wrong. And we went back and forth until finally she sent me to the principal. And me and the principal sat down, and I made him, he went over the question with me and did the math. He was a retired math teacher. The principal moved up to principal. So I mean, who better to go over this with, right? And he went through and he said, you're right. And he walked me back to class and sat there and told her, he said, you need to check your book. He said, why didn't you go over the question with him and work through it? Because then you would have seen that you were wrong instead of just going by what the book said. And she kind of got a little pissy about that. And said I hated high school, although I was smart and quit and did at home instead. I can only imagine what I would have done if I would have been able to do homeschooling and move at my own pace. I imagine I probably would have graduated about 2 or 3 years early. I was always a nerd. I collected old National Geographics from the old I've had them from 1930s all the way through 1950.
Nice.
And like I had all the ones from World War II. Actually, I had other ones. And like my history teacher was teaching something about World War II, and I'm like, "You're wrong." And he's like, "What?" I said, "You're wrong." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I don't know where you're getting that information at." I said, "But I have information to the contrary." And he said, "Well, if you can bring something in here and prove to me that I'm wrong," he said, "I'll give you 10% extra credit." So the next day, got home. I went through my entire collection of National Geographics until I found the one that had that information in. And I took it into him and I showed it to him. And he said, "I'll be damned." He said, "You're right." And I said, "You can keep that as a gift." I said, "I have an extra one at home."
Did he not like that response?
No, he was ecstatic. He was happy. He's like, "Thanks." He said, "At least this way I can prove my point when I go and tell the other people who think like I do. I can show them here in the book, real time, what it was like." And said my public room system was stay in same room. I moved out at age 15 before 16, so I quit school and did their books through the mail instead. Huh. Again, and everybody learns differently. Some people learn better by hearing it repeated to them. Some people learn better by reading. Some people are visual learners. You have to show them. So it's all about What's it worth now? Oh, I don't even know, bud. I sold them a long time ago and got rid of them just to get them out of the way because they were getting ruined. But yeah, I've always loved history. So my reading teacher in 7th grade, when he saw the book that I picked to read, thought that I was going above my reading comprehension.
Yeah.
Because I picked a complete works of Shakespeare book, and to his surprise, when he questioned me about it, I could answer all of his questions correctly, and it was like a 1,200-page book, and I finished it in 8 weeks, I think.
Damn.
And it says I worked in a restaurant at age 15 as a waitress and did my schoolwork at home. The Dam Buster books and movie got the whole operation wrong. You're talking about
There we
with
go.
the bombs that they dropped that rolled across the water to hit dams and destroy dams. That's what you're talking about, Andrew? If I remember right. Yeah, I've read about them. That was a crazy concept. I mean, it was a great concept because it worked well. Because basically they were dropping like 55-gallon drums and using the momentum of speed to get them bouncing across the water to hit their target and explode and take out a dam, which would flood certain areas that they wanted to make inaccessible for tanks and stuff like that, so that the Third Reich couldn't, depend on their panzers to come into that area to fight back against infantry troops. So, but yes, I am
Yep.
familiar with what you're saying, Andrew. It was a great concept. Um, Once they got it zeroed in and stuff. Yeah,
Do-do-do.
yeah. So I mean, like everything, it takes time to get everything worked out, work out the kinks, and get everything the way they needed it. But they did get it correct in the end, where with implementation. The Tirpitz, that was a great story. Um, I There's a video talking about the Bismarck that I'll have to share with you, Andrew, on YouTube. But it starts out with the voice recording of one of the people that was on the hood. He was one of the only survivors of the hood. And he said, I was looking out across the water and I saw these lights on the horizon, and I thought, well, that's pretty. He said, until I realized what it was. It was the 15-inch guns of the Bismarck opening fire on the hood, and then he was terrified. Of course.
Yeah.
And says she lives in a flight path, so she's hoping that of a small airport. So she's hoping no planes go down. Yeah, I hope so too. I don't know if any of you remember from MSNBC, Mehdi Hadid, that used to be on there. He was another Democrat shill that, used to do their stuff about it. But he got caught on X saying that he hopes more planes crash so that they blame Trump for it. And I'm like, dude, can you be a bigger piece of crap? I mean, seriously. Wishing for people to die just so that you can score political points is not only asinine, but it's evil. It really is evil. And of course, when people called him out, they were saying that he called them, said that they were being racist and Islamophobes because apparently he's an Islam follower.
Right.
So to talk about how big the Bismarck was, Bismarck was the biggest capital ship that Germany ever built in history. But it paled in comparison to the Japanese ships, the Yamamoto, and I can't remember the other one. The Japanese had two massive battleships. And the one was sank in the Philippines, and it was it was crazy how they sank it, because the Japanese actually got the Americans to bite on a trap, and Halsey took the aircraft carriers and went after a diversionary tactic. And then the little destroyers actually stepped up and went after the main part of the battle fleet that was coming in for Japan, and made the admiral that was running that section think that it was a larger force and that they hadn't bit. But yeah, it was crazy. Mike from Around the World goes on Paul Bagley on YouTube and says many are going to drop out of the sky. I don't believe that.
I wouldn't go and be trusting people like that. You're trying to doomsday everything, so trying to fear
they're just trying to
longer,
get
and it's like
clicks
you
out
don't
of
need
people.
that.
Yeah. Well, hey, it is that time again. It is 6 o'clock. I got to go take care of some things and finish up this video and try and get it out for you. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a great night.
Have a good one.
And we will talk to you all later. Peace, y'all. We're out. Take care.